Hello, welcome to the vlog. So it's quite dark out there now, you've just seen the moon. It's Friday evening at the moment, so I'll put this video up and I'll schedule it to go live Tuesday next week, I think. So you'll get to see this on Tuesday. So I'm just recording some stuff now before I go away next week, so you've got some vlogs going up live and there won't be too much time without any vlogs going up. So I've got a couple of things I want to talk to you about today. One is the challenge of Everesting. So the vegan sideboard did a short vlog the other day mentioning that he's going to try and do the Everesting challenge. I've actually been thinking about that for 18 months maybe. So I think it was probably some time ago, maybe 18 months ago, Joseph Kendrick on his channel, he'd done an Everesting attempt, and I was just googling Everesting attempts and his came up, and ever from that I sort of fancied having a go. It's a heck of a challenge, it's really tough. Still not done it yet, but I've done quite a bit of thought and planning on it, on the subject, and I'm going to do the next 100-mile ride that I do. I think I'm going to do sort of a training ride for it. So I've got a local hill to me that rises 22 metres in elevation from bottom to top. And to do a full Everest, I'd need to do 404, 405 laps up it and down it. It's pretty straight. There's a slight bend on the way down, but when you get to the bottom, there's a sharp right-hand turn. So I'm going to do about a half Everest. It'll be slightly over actually, to do 100 miles. So on that course it's about 367 metres up, 367 metres down. So 405, it works out at just under 300 kilometres. So it's not quite 200 miles. So to do 100 miles I'll be over halfway. But that'll be a good gauge and it'll allow me to see how I feel towards the middle, and obviously then can have a better guess towards the end of that challenge. Gearing wise and equipment wise, you need brakes, you need a low gear, and that's about all you need. You don't need a lot else. So I even considered doing it on the fixed bike. Joseph Kendrick has done it on a fixed gear bike or a single geared bike. You want it lightweight, but you want it comfortable as well. Don't need tons of gears. I'd even consider doing it on a mountain bike. We'll see. So that's one challenge. My hill that I actually want to do the full thing on is actually in Wales. It's down in Pembrokeshire, and I can't remember how many laps it is of that, but it works out just about 120 miles. Which is a lot more realistic, I think. It'll give me an idea of timing as well on the training ride. So that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about, and then the other thing, we'll go onto the computer and I'm going to talk to you about training. So let's talk training. So I've mentioned before, I think in one of my vlogs, that I use this WKO4 software program to track all my training. So in here I can see how much training I've done in terms of hours, kilometres, tracks my training stress score, and then I also track my acute training load, chronic training load, and my training stress balance. So up at the top here we've got me, my current training load, my acute training load at the moment, and my training stress balance as of today. It also looks back at the last 90 days I've got it set at the moment, and when the mouse decides to work, come on, there we go. So it tells me, predicts what my power is, my maximum power, functional reserve capacity, that is, to do with sprinting, my mean functional threshold power at the moment currently from the training I've been doing. This is total time to exhaustion, and this is what I've got my actual FTP set at to pull out these numbers. And then you get various different graphs and things. but the one that I use most to keep an eye on is this. So I've just clicked on this week and next week, and then it tells me what. So that's today. There's the 26th. So minus 19 training stress score today. Tomorrow I'll be up to minus 12. I won't do any training tomorrow because we're travelling. It's the Saturday. You'll see this on Tuesday, so that will have happened. By Sunday I'll be back up to minus 1. I plan to ride the bike on Sunday. Next week is a recovery week, so then I will be gradually bringing my training stress balance, back up towards this sort of area where that pink line is coming down here. Now it's a battle, it's a management of the yellow line, the pink line, without letting this blue one drop too much. By the time you get here, this is where you've got really good form. I find that when I'm about this sort of region I start to go really well, but that's just through years of experience for me. So if I come back to 90 days again, so when it loads, there's loads of data in here, so you can see that week there, the 1st of October, that was my rest week, 7 hours, 436 TSS for that week. Then nearly 12 hours, 11 3/4, 581, 580, 10 hours and 40 minutes. This week I'm on for about 11 hours, and again I'll be on 550, 580. So I'll have had 3 high loads, but then you can see if you look back, during the summer then, it was more sporadic. So now we're getting back onto Zwift, we're getting back into more sort of planned training, it's getting more methodical, more predictable, because I'm not on the road as much. So that's how I track my training stress score and keep an eye on my fatigue levels, etc. So there we go, that's what I've got planned next when I come back, and that's also how I work my training load and how I keep an eye on it. I've got an itch, I think I've got hair stuck down my neck. I've cut my hair tonight. So yeah, I won't be here next week, as I say. So these couple of vlogs will go up. One will go up Sunday night, and this one will go up Tuesday night. Taking the camera, taking the bike. See you in a week or two. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing.